So the last thing that we're going to talk about is pre-cataloged items. And this is, we're just going to go through this workflow. I'm going to go through the workflow pretty quickly, and then we're going to go back through it again. And this is one of those things that is a very valuable tool, but it is a little step heavy at times. So a pre-cataloged item is something that has not yet been attached to a record in the catalog, but for some reason has been chosen to circulate anyway. And so in this scenario that I'm making up right now, somebody slapped a barcode on it, hopefully in the appropriate place. They have checked it out to a patron, a little screen came up and said, this is not in the catalog. Would you like to send it as a pre-cataloged item? They clicked yes, and they came up with a little thing that asked for the title, the author, the ISBN. There are several things. Some people fill them all out. Some people put a title in. Some people put nothing in. I do not recommend putting nothing in, but there it is. And so what the ILS does at that point is it creates this record on the fly. Based on the information that you've put in there, at least you know that it at least has a barcode, and it goes out. And then it comes back and a note pops up at the circulation desk that it needs to be routed to cataloging. So we have this non-interlibrary loan pre-cataloged item. Interlibrary loan things might be handled a little bit differently. The non-interlibrary loan pre-cataloged item is going to be referred to cataloging so that they can assign it to the appropriate record. You can add your holding correctly. You're going to be assigned to that bibliographic record. There are times when you're going to need to transfer holdings that are already attached to a bibliographic record to another one, and it uses essentially the same procedure. So you're going to receive this item to be cataloged. You're going to find the appropriate record with the correct match points. Switch to holdings view. You're going to choose a target library. That's generally the target library is going to be your library. You're going to add a call number if there hasn't been a call number already assigned to it. Enter the call number and select save and exit. Again, you're only doing this if it doesn't already have a call number assigned to it. Then you're going to go back and you're going to mark the library as a transfer destination. Then you're going to go into item status again. So we have these steps here. Now we're going to go back and actually see what they look like in the interface. So you've received this item that needs to be cataloged, and you can see the status here shows up as cataloging, meaning it's been sent to cataloging. The call number says it's uncatalogued. There has not been a call number assigned to it. It does have a library assigned to it right now based on where it was checked out. So now, in this case, we're going to go and we're going to find the record that has the correct match points. So this book is the paperback edition of Pet Sematary by Stephen King. We find that it has the right number of pages. It was published. This edition was published in 2017, originally copyright in 1983. We have the correct match points. So now that we see this, and right now we are in the mark view, which is the best place to look for these correct match points, we're going to select from that the holdings view. And making sure that we can see the target library. Sometimes it's not going to be visible there, so you may need to select show empty libraries to have the correct option there. In this case, it is showing up correctly. There may also be a need to change the show holdings at or below right over here to see, depending on what you're doing, who you're working for on that day. I tend to have to catalog for multiple locations, so I switch that a lot. You may never have to switch that. And then you're going to select that target library. And from the actions menu, then choose add call number. Again, if it already has a call number that is correct, you don't have to do that. In this case, it did not have one, and so we are adding a call number. That's going to take us out here to the holdings area, and I can then establish this call number and click Save and Exit, which brings us back to the holdings view. Now, making sure that the correct location is selected again, we're going to, from the Actions menu, select from the mark category here, library call number as transfer destination. Then we're going to take that item that we have that has that barcode slapped on it, and we're going to scan that into item status, select it, and from the actions menu there, we're going to select from this little transfer category items to previously marked volume. Previously marked call number, excuse me. Volume and call number are interchangeable as well. We have transitioned most of the language from volume to call number, except for I apparently didn't right there. And now when we reload that into the item status screen, we can see that we have a correct call number as well as a title that is underlined that would take us to the catalog record. An important thing to note here is that there's no shelving location yet, and the status is still cataloging, and so those would need to be edited. So you'll select the item, the updated item, and then select edit call numbers and items, and to apply the rest of the local settings before placing that item back into circulation.